I talk about anime and it appears. It's my superpower, Ricky.
I love it.
That's why
Well,
that's why they brought me on.
oh, no ping. I mean, what do you pick on this last phase here? Because this Viper is definitely flexible. We've seen teams run it in the 5 and the 3. You can obviously go mid lane. That's probably the most common, but into the Luna in the safe lane, it doesn't feel exceptionally strong. So do you want to see NoPing here pick up something that can help counter out this Luna, or are they going to flex this and save last pick for mid?
I think hmm, I think at this point you should still flex it.
It is Dyer's bad.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
take Kunkka here.
that is
No, that
the...
doesn't mean anything either. That is also a flex.
It's Dark Mago, dude. That's Dark Mago's Kunkka, 100%.
Oh, come on.
Dude,
Give
when has Dark Mago not played Kunkka for NoPing? This is definitely his hero. I feel like he's like one of the only teams that actually picks Kunkka is NoPing, and it's specifically for Dark Mago almost every time. I feel like it has to be his. It could be flexed. This could be the biggest bait. But yeah, I think it's likely to assume it's probably his hero.
Yeah, I will admit it wouldn't feel particularly good leaning the Kunkka into like either Luna Undying or Luna Hoodwink. That's a lot of click damage you're taking. You're going to get run down, especially once you have 2 points in that Lunar Blessing. If it's either Undying or Hoodwink, you're just getting like clicked by 2 ranged heroes or clicked and decayed with all this extra damage on top of you. And as a melee hero, you're not really able to trade back with that. So I'll give you that one, but it could be flex picked.
It could be. I'll give you that. It definitely could be.
It has gotten more popular ever since they gave it that 10 movement speed buff. I believe that was in 7.29D. It's like the current patch that we're on.
Yeah.
They just randomly gave Kunkka 10 movement speed. There you go. Even though the hero's like already still pretty decent. So that made him a little bit more viable for the offline because you're all of a sudden able to get away from getting run down to start.
Like
he was
a lot of the
underwhelming prior to that.
Yeah, like a lot of the other like strength melee heroes, they surprisingly all have like fairly decently high move speed. You know, kind of makes sense. I'm with you on that one. The final bans, so we're going to see the Batrider Mars and Death Prophet. I'm curious what this I do with the last, or oh no, I'm sorry. Hokori still has one more ban, but Death Prophet and Mars. I'm a big fan of the Mars ban. Personally, I think Mars is the best counter in the game to Broodmother. It's still definitely pickable by NoPing if they want to flex that around, put the Viper to 5, take Mars in 3. It's not bad against Luna either. So good ban overall from Hokori. They take out Razor here on the side of NoPing for the mid lane matchup would be my guess. So this is to secure Dark Mago in the mid lane here. Kunkka really struggles against Death Prophet and Razor for a lot of the same reasons, right? Both these heroes punish melee cores really heavily.
And like a lot of the time Kunkka's able to stand his ground is because, you know, strength hero, he's got the huge cleave, he can trade right clicks with people very well, he can fake people out with Torrent, but against someone who's sapping your damage or sapping your life in a percentage based way like Death Prophet, Kunkka doesn't like that. Dragon Knight they get rid of on the other side here, which is interesting. They got rid of these tanky heroes with stuns.
Yeah, they were expecting Viper 5, I think. That would be the only logical conclusion there.
I hate Viper 5.
I know.
10 seconds.
I don't think it's good.
The instant stun from DK is one of those things that makes me feel like we might be seeing a spirit hero here from the side of Hokori, right? Things like the Ember, Void, or Storm Spirit, all very good into those scenarios. Take last pick Veno. Pretty toxic lineup already from the side of NoPing, let's be real. We got a Viper and Veno on the same team.
Yeah, well, like we said, the gloves are off here. It does deal with these. Interesting. So that does give them like the ability to catch, run people down, start these team fights like they'd want. So the Ember pickup does make sense to me. The Venomancer was a little bit out of left field here, but you know, you're playing against a Hoodwink, Broodmother, Undying. You expect these fights to be drawn out, and Venomancer will deal with that pretty well. It doesn't kite the Luna in the same way you kite like an Ursa or you kite a Wraith King, but I think it does an okay job of kiting the Luna. Well, it's all right. So it's going to be Oscar here on the Venomancer. Interesting. And then, yeah, the 5 Viper that I have to watch.
Of course, yep.
An HFN on the Sven. All right, Ricky, I want your opinion. Who is your favorite going into this one?
based on draft, I have to probably go with a Hokori here.
Interesting.
I do think they have some of the tools to deal with the Broodmother, but I don't know if they have the tools to shut down the Luna here. I think this Luna Undying Broodmother, like all the heroes on Hokori want to fight at like 20 to 25 minutes, and they're going to be very strong, whereas NoPing might be waiting a little bit longer for the Sven to do something here.
Yeah, it takes a little while to assemble those components of the Infinity Gauntlet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we talked about. So, yeah, I do like the fast-paced lineup from Hokori. I think that they'll be able to stand their ground. If your Kunkka could do well enough inside the lane, I think he'll be like a major component to being able to defend, hold off this over-aggressive push. I think a lot of it will come down to his performance in the mid lane. So a lot of this is riding on Dark Mago having a successful time mid. So a lot of pressure on him this game. But I would say that I prefer... You know what? I'll give it up for my boy Matthew. Let's go, NoPing.
All right, there it is, the official call by Net.
Prepare for battle.
I mean, it's hard for me to vote against Dark Mago's Kunkka, but we'll see. You know, Analog's Ember Spirit also incredibly strong. I look at Hokori's draft and I just see the puzzle pieces coming together. So let's see if they can actually pull it off here, as we are now into our third series of the day here on stream number 4. It is Hokori versus NoPing. Game number 1, a best of 3 elimination here in the lower bracket round 2 for the South America Regional Qualifiers. That is a lot of info. I hope you just digested all of it very quickly.
And an incredibly important match, incredibly important info to digest. These people are playing for the shot at $40 million prize pool of the international through these qualifiers. Now, we don't have opens like we used to. That gauntlet, anyone can make it. You do have to play in the DPC season to qualify for these ones. But this is a very big deal. You go from, decent money from the DPC season to potentially becoming a millionaire through playing Dota.
Yeah, that's quite a good feeling.
So very big deal for all these teams. Everybody going to be giving this their absolute best, which is why the gentleman's agreement was off the table, coming out of the gate with the Broodmother and the Viper here. But pause coming out. Adam's asking what the issue is, but gives a chance to kind of look at everyone's items, break down what the plans are for the laning phase. So it looks like, again, Broodmother in the offlane, not that uncommon. It's going to be Ember here in the safe lane. Hoodwink okay at rotating. I think Undying is as well. You're going to struggle a little bit more at being able to rotate out of lane, I think, with the Viper, just because you have very little movement speed to work with. But Mirana will be able to potentially secure themselves or secure you runes. I think if Ember Spirit is able to get water runes, he's going to do it all right against the Kunkka. Otherwise, I think he'll struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm feeling exactly the same way here as far as lane matchups go. You usually have a pretty good understanding of this, so I'm usually going to side with you on it. The wraparound from Mirana, is she going to actually see Analog? She didn't quite yet, but the ward did spot Matthew's rotation on over, so he's going to be hiding in those trees. Matthew will now scout the ward. Classic. Knows that it's... Oh, he guesses the wrong one. Unlucky, but he does block the easy camp, though, a camp that all mid laners typically rely on for extra CS. So that's a really nice play there by the Mirana.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to harass Kunkka out the same way you will a lot of other heroes with the Sleight of Fist. So you want to put points into Flame Guard to be able to clear out creep camps in your spare time once you cleared out the lane, or the wave rather. So not being able to get that small.
She wraps all the way around and gets the enemy bounty rune. The only reason she knows that was available is 3 heroes were busy dewarding their high ground. So a little bit of a gold advantage going to Hokori right off the gate just from that bounty rune, but...
Spends a TP doing it, though.
Yeah, 100 gold for the TP. That's always rough. Those things are expensive. Hence why Boots of Travel, Neph, so good now, I feel.
I don't know. You get a free TP for dying. Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't make mistakes enough. I don't die in games. Broodmother top lane falling incredibly low. That might be First Blood trying to stay alive thanks to the tower regen. He barely makes it. Swaps in that salve, and now Panda Boo on the run. First Blood goes the way of the Hoodwink. Stormhammer out from the Sven. HFN cleans it up. A quick 1-for-1 trade top lane. Now, if we are off to the races, brother.
Yeah, not wasting any time here. Bold move going in the trees there, but not a whole lot they were able to do. Overall, I'd say this is pretty good for the side of Hokori, because now you're sitting at half HP on Sven. You're already getting zoned by this Broodmother. Yeah. And it's only going to get easier for you after these first couple levels. At the start, it kind of sucks for the Broodmother, but I think the Hoodwink has made this a lot easier for you now. Look at this, getting run back all the way underneath the tower. He's clicking you.
Yeah, I had to double check the battle pass level of this Hoodwink since he has the attack modifier 604 neph.
Yeah, they don't waste any time.
That's a lot. They're chasing down Spence a little bit more here. Level 1 only on the Hoodwink means no bushwhack, but Broodmother, can he actually get the chase here just outside of range? Does have another spawn web, but doesn't want to go all the way underneath the tower for this. Salve up, hiding in the trees. Hoodwink might go for the snipe here with the acorn shot. She does. Unbelievable. Man, that feels bad.
Oh, you're just here with no HP now. I mean, you're recovering a little bit. You're beside the tower. You've got yourself a tango and a bracer, but you can't get close to the creep wave now.
Nah.
Every time you get close, you're going to lose more HP. This Hoodwink's just going to click you.
Yeah, you've got only a Tango on the Viper. Sven's gonna have to ferry out regen immediately. Another salve actually coming out from the Viper just to help out HFN here. If this courier gets sniped, neph, the mental damage.
I feel like the mental damage is already there after that prediction acorn.
It was so good. All right, let's focus on another lane while that is happening. Top mid lane, Dark Mago versus Analog, Ember versus Kunkka. Oh, well, I say that, and top lane HFN dies! No! Sven, this is exactly what we were afraid of, neph.
Yeah, I mean, I was just as afraid of this as I was him just getting completely zoned and sitting at no HP. It might not have been awful for him to go down like that, just because he wasn't going to be collecting any CS anyway. So now, at the very least, he can come back with full HP and mana. It might not have been worth it to sit there zoned.
Yeah.
He might be mode I'm done already. It looks like he's gonna run into the jungle here.
I mean,
is he putting a point in the Great Cleave?
If you think about it, he did. Oh, Undying, falling low bottom. He's gonna make it into the tower though. I was gonna say, if you think about it, Neph, hear me out. This might be a stretch, but the hero did have a free full regen plus a free TP. That's like at least 200 gold.
So Stonk's going up by dying and getting yourself a TP.
I think that was Stonk's, honestly. I think he came out ahead off that one. Bottom lane, woo, Marana. Barely lifted out of Verifier though, Matthew. Crunch the numbers, clearly fine there. This bottom lane Veno is owning in this lane right now. 18 CS and applying a lot of pressure to these two. With the help of the Marana, they actually TP down Elm. You see what he can do here on the Hoodwink, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Well, he's gonna try. Oh, he's going for the great heist here.
The heist of the century, baby.
Gets in, gets that good stuff, and gets out. Looks like he's not gonna go for the gank in the bottom lane in the meantime. He's gonna turn his eyes towards mid, but with only 1 point in bushwhack, I'm not sure he's gonna be able to secure a kill on the Conqueror. He's already got himself 1,000 HP, a water rune, and a fairy fire in his inventory.
Yeah, bottom lane is just so low on health right now that I'm constantly having to move back here, check and make sure no one's about to die. Luna getting a soul up there from the Undying does help out a decent amount, but they can't really pressure Broodmother top, it seems. And at this point, Vitali's just getting completely free experience here. Like, he's 4 3/4, almost 5. Like, this is the dream for a Broodmother. We talked about how good this hero is if given the space.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that is a Gale into Arrow bottom lane. They get the kill onto the Luna there, just barely, but they also get the 2 earn charges, Neph. That's when things get so difficult for this hero. And now top lane, Pandaboo falling low. Stormhammer does come out, catches the Brood. They trade 1 for 1, this time actually favoring NoPing, I would say, right?
Yeah, being able to take out that Broodmother before she's got the soul ring, before she hits level 6, very important. So that's going to slow down her game quite a bit. In the bottom lane, this is already the Luna struggling. Sitting on the 2 earn charges right now, but next time I think Gale is up, they're going to run at this Luna again, and there's nothing he's going to be able to do to survive. In fact, they're waiting for it. Another 5 seconds till he's got this one available.
Oh, Sorb comes out.
Yeah.
Matthew might actually be rotating mid for the runes, I think is what it is.
Oh, never mind.
Nice
Looked
push.
like they were going to run at that one.
Yeah. Looks
It's a lot better
Dark
of it, though.
Mago gonna get lucky, find the haste rune there bottom. All right, they're actually pinging out Brood once again, but I don't know if they have the damage with just the two of them. You can always just hide in the trees there, and with Matthew rotating over, like you said, they might go for the play. There it is. The Gale comes out. Arrow connects onto the Undying. He's actually holding his urn charges, though. They turn around with the Tombstone, trying to take down this Venomancer. In comes the Hoodwink. Doesn't actually get the Acorn shot, but hits the Bushwhack. They trade 1 for 1, the Undyings, but Dark Mago is here on the Kunkka, trying to get one last kill here on the Mirana before probably going down here on the Luna. One more auto attacks. All she pops the Fairy Fire, trying to keep herself alive. Nice Lucent Beam. Dark Mago with the cut through the tree, able to get that kill, and now looking for more onto the Hoodwink. That haste rune still giving him the speed he needs, but not gonna be able to connect on that last Tidebringer, and she will survive. Nice play overall. Analog grabbing a bounty rune here. Oh, Matthew, he doesn't catch away with the leap. What a sick catch by that Hoodwink. And now with Dark Mago walking up here, he does have to be a little careful. 0 points in Searing Chains, though. Gonna just back on off. Oh, Neph, where'd you go? You there, buddy?
Yeah, he did end up going 2 points to the Flame Guard there. No points in Searing Chains because, like we mentioned, he wanted to be able to get a couple of CS while fighting against this Kunkka lane, but he wasn't able to with that ward in the camp that you pointed out at the start.
Actually rotating the Ember up top. Maybe looking for HFN here, but the both supports are ready. Arrow comes out, hits a creep, ends up being dodged by the Ember. A real sick sleight of fist. I don't know if that was intentional, but it looked good.
Of course it was. Man doesn't make mistakes.
Of course, yes. What am I thinking?
It's always intentional. Oh. Over here, trying to grab the 8-minute power rune. Kunkka got the last one, a haste. Ember would love to make a play happen, but he loses that 50-50. Mirana actually ends up taking that one instead of the Kunkka and is looking to go top, potentially make a play onto this Broodmother. Slowing her down right now. She's just got level 6. It'd be a pretty big deal, but...
Radiant Scan. It actually catches Matthew, so I think they know that it's an Invis rune. They just don't know exactly where the Luna is here. Or, I'm sorry, the Mirana.
Yeah. Oh!
Well, that's... now you know.
Yeah. Steals 2 CS there, a pause coming out. If the Mirana had found that Luna, or sorry, if the Mirana found the Luna, I'm getting a little bit confused here. If the Mirana found the Luna just a moment earlier before she had popped that Salve, I think she would have been able to find that kill with Sacred Arrow Starstorm.
Yeah.
But the Salve had already healed her up quite a bit. I think that maybe going for it, interrupting that Salve might have been the right play, because now Luna's sitting pretty high HP, able to jungle without a care in the world.
I think I thought I saw a Possessed Mask drop, but I guess it was for Dire. Yeah, it was for Dire. Yeah. Sven's got it.
Sven.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah, always feels pretty good if you can get it on Luna. You might be able to avoid picking up that Morbid Mask, but Mask of Madness always feels pretty good on Luna as well. It's able to go to the jungle, let Broodmother do her thing on the other side of the map while you farm like crazy. Speaking of Broodmother.
Big rotation top, but they're not going to find him here. Vitali just walking through the trees. Dark Mago almost gets him with the edge of the ward there, but not going to be enough. And that is a TP down.
Yep. And you've got two of your cores sitting beside each other in this top area of the map, not really doing a whole lot for the time being. It doesn't feel very good wasting this time. On bottom lane, we've got Hoodwink soaking up a little bit of XP. Does have a point in the Sharpshooter. TP's available as well, so they could potentially react if the heroes top lane try to make a play or dive that tower there, but nothing happening there. Game is slowed down a little bit to a crawl.
Both teams just want to farm, right?
Yeah.
I want to get their first phase of big items here. Dark Mago is level 9 on the Kunkka. You know, every time I see this guy play this hero, which is why, like, every time I see the Kunkka for NoPing, it's got to be his. He's always top of the net worth chart by a good margin in a game where I feel like he didn't... He just kind of, like, creeped his way up there, right? He just does it all stealth-like. I don't know how he gets here.
Stealth like, I like it. He just he doesn't do anything flashy, but he's always there. Or doesn't feel too flashy anyways for the net worth that he's got. Flashy plays happening bottom lane. Oh, off the mark there.
Yeah.
himself a regen rune at the top side of the river. But yeah, like you said, the game has slowed down to a crawl. I think they want the Heaven's Halberd on this Kunkka before they take any fights that big. Broodmother working on Arcane Boots, probably Pipe of Insight after that one. And Luna, just I think she wants like Master Madness next if he does anything.
Nice little kill there in the river. Analog also managed to bottle up a regen rune in the process. Gonna pop that immediately, go to the top lane. Maybe they can find the Kunkka. I mean, you just pop Flame Guard, you don't have Searing Chains, there's just no way, right? Analog's just gonna go to the wave.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's got way too much HP, and he's building tanky as well. He's got to brace their phase boots, and the first thing that he's grabbing is Sanj, who's gonna have even more HP regen, more status resistance. Killing him is a very tall order until your Luna is extremely farmed. Which you're doing a decent job at. She's stacking her own ancients, pulling herself up by her bootstraps.
Yeah, we talk about bootstraps a lot.
The way here in the Americas.
Absolutely. These teams have grinded, man. We talked about it earlier. These teams have worked their booties off to be here. And
South American
NoPing,
teams
yeah,
especially.
NoPing, yeah, I was gonna say South America, NoPing especially. All these teams have done fantastic this year. And, we're gonna see a little bit of trading here on the tier 1 towers. Bottom lane should fall first. Venomancer with the catapult makes quick work of that. Top wave with all of these spiders. Shouldn't have any problem at all. It's really just this mid tower that is slowly getting chipped away here by the Kunkka. You have Pandabu here on the Viper hiding off into the side, but Dark Mako is now level 11 to the Ember Spirit 8.
That feels pretty bad, especially when you want this Flame Guard build. I mean, you can't find any kills. You found 2 so far, but Sven, too much HP to deal with. Kunkka, too much HP to deal with.
Perfect setup here. They actually whiffed the arrow, but they got the boat there just in case. Moonlight Shadow will get them out, it looks like. Managed to clip the Sven there with that sharpshooter, but they get it 1 kill. They'll back off. Maybe they're gonna look for more though. It might not be done. Do see Oscar here still invis, but HFN and Dark Mako up on the side. Still working on this mid lane tower. They really want this tower now.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit surprised it took them till 11 minutes to get a tower on each side with Broodmother and Venomancer inside the game, but you do a decent job of, I guess, harassing the enemies back with a Sleight of Fist, Orb of Corrosion. You're not that easy to kill right now on the Ember Spirit with Phase Boots, Corrosion, and 3 points in Flame Guard. So they're forced back for now, but it looks like Oscar's going to set up camp in this lane. He's got 4 points in his wards. He lives here now.
Yes, welcome to my home. It's like the new version of Cribs, but it's Dota heroes.
I like it. Great decoration sense he's got with these plague wards.
Yes. Can you imagine just like walking into his house and you just get spit on immediately?
Yeah.
Like that's the greeting you
from the
get?
ceilings or something. It's spitting at you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Just get spit on right away. It's like llamas, dude. These things are ruthless.
Yeah. Well, he's expanding like a plague.
Into
Pause
the
for
enemy
laughter.
triangle.
Yeah.
This is what you want to do, right, as a Venomancer, as you get these levels, start pressuring into the enemy triangle. It might actually be a little bit too much, though. A 3-man bushwhack. They're going to go ahead and jump right away. The Sharpshooter grabs one. Matthew goes down second. Kunkka pops the haste, trying to run away, but he's going to leave his team here to die as Pandabu just shatters under this damage. Well done there by Elm on the bushwhack there, right? Like, that was sick.
Yeah, I mean, saw the opportunity. Everybody grouped up way too close and brought even closer, setting things up. A lot of damage coming up from everybody in that team fight. I mean, when they're close together, they do so much with the Moonglaves, with the Decays. Great AoE when they have the opportunity to, but I feel like that's more so punishing NoPing's mistake than anything that amazing that Hokori pulled out there. They really have to be careful with their positioning when they're trying to go aggressive like that. So they turned around on them. They almost had that mid tower taking a little bit more map control. Instead, they give up their own.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. They got a little bit too aggressive there, thinking they could go right up into the triangle, not respecting the damage here of Hokori. And honestly, it's a lot of it comes down to the Flesh Golem, right? That ability, 25% damage amp is pretty wild, and they're going to catch the Venomancer here as well. Another Sharpshooter hits his target. And with Venomancer down, a lot of your damage goes with it.
Yeah, I mean, you have these really tanky frontline heroes, Sven and Kunkka, but they're not able to get on top of anybody and blow them up. If you can continue to chase with the Venomancer, you're doing great. Without that hero, you have to get back. That's what they're doing now, moving into the triangle, moving into their jungle, and Hokori's starting to take more control of this map. I think once this Broodmother gets the pipe, which they're giving them time to at this point, things become a lot more dangerous for you.
You have eyes on Analog here. This might be a success. Stormhammer, arrow into the Viper Strike. Beautifully played here by NoPing. He immediately says, hey, they got a ward up here, guys. Just heads up.
Yeah. Well, going that deep is a little bit overconfident, but probably feeling himself after these last couple of plays there. He has forgotten that this Sven is level 13, this Kunkka's level 13. He's a measly level 10 Ember Spirit.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people praise HFN for being probably one of the fastest, most efficient farmers in the game, right? Like, this guy has almost 10,000 net worth off to the start that he had in the top lane. I mean, he's got the Echo Saber, he's got the Sange, he's on his way to his BKB, just about 1,000 gold away. I mean, this guy's huge, Neff.
Yeah. Yes, look at this efficiency with his tread switches as well. Intus throw out the Storm Bolt. When it's going to be 2 attacks, he switches to agility. The absolute mad lad.
Yeah.
That's efficient farming right there. It's helped him a lot find this Possessed Mask, though. Allows him to jungle without a care in the world, able to sustain himself. They're going to go on him, though. They're probably going to be able to get this Viper.
Yeah, looks like a good pickup there. The Searing Chains, now that they are online, gives him a little bit of extra lockdown. Broodmother, of course, with Silken Boa is quite a big slow. We'll see Kunkka for a moment, but I don't think that's the hero they want to go on right now. Speaking of which, Kunkka, does he have the Halberd, or is he saving for BKB? I actually can't tell. I think he might just be saving for the BKB.
He is. He's got his Sange right now. He's got the Halberd recipe, but I think he changed his mind. He realized, okay, I need to fight as quickly as possible. I can't wait like 1350 gold for my BKB. I need to be able to go ASAP. I think a lot of this came off of that the misplay, grouping up and allowing him to land that bushwhack nearby the Radiant Triangle. Because of that, him having to change the timings of his items a little bit, which doesn't feel great. But I think this is the correct decision.
Yeah. We're going to start seeing the tier 2 items come out now. And, I mean, a big one that always comes to mind when we have the Luna is that Grove Bow. So they managed to find one here on Hokori. It's going to be super useful. They go ahead and pick up a Vambrace, another Shawl. There's an Essence Ring. I mean, none of those are really bad. I mean, Nether Shawl for Hoodwink is pretty bonkers.
Allies disappear.
Well, any of these heroes, really. I don't mind it so much on Ember Spirit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot of magic damage on NoPing besides the Sven, right?
Yeah. Not only that, but you're also amping a lot of magic damage.
Oh my lord.
He got greedy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just like was like clicking through the trees and like, you know, didn't realize that the hero was there.
Maybe NoPing has some ping. Didn't get it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
What can you do? But yeah, misplay there. I think he maybe thought he had a little bit more time than he did, or like you said, clicking through the trees, not being aware that he's there. Maybe a spike of their ping.
They actually
Misleading
saw the
names.
smoke, by the way. So there was a ward here that scouted this smoke from NoPing, and they're just sitting right up on the high ground. Matthew just leaps in, catches the Searing Chains right away. Bushwhack comes out. Elm just channeling on the side, tries to take down Marana, but it's not going to happen. Good attempt from him, but Analog just sitting on the high ground. I don't know if it's exactly where you want to be. Luna pops and clips for the BKB from HFN. They get a double kill for the Sven.
So he messed that one up there, Ricky.
He
tried to go further away. There's a little, there's 2 cliffs here, actually.
Yeah.
He tried to Ember Remnant just past the cliff, but he like activated his Fire Remnant as he was going and landed here and just wasn't able to move. He used his Sleight of Fist partway through that, so he didn't have mana to activate another Revenant until everyone used spells and his wand charged up.
Oh, no. Well, that's a Roshan. Aegis picked up by the Kunkka here. And the BKB's online for both of these cores, now working towards their next item. We got Blink for the Sven. We got Assault Kuros for the Kunkka. He says, Halberd for what? The Luna doesn't even attack, Neff.
Well, can't attack if you're dead and don't need a Halberd. Ultimate CC is death.
I agree. It makes a lot of sense.
So I like the way that they think here. It's interesting that they've just like gotten rid of that the recipe for now, in fact. Just not worrying about that.
Yules into arrow. Good attempt there from the Hoodwink, trying to scurry through those trees, dodge that one out, but was scouted out by another ward. So yeah, he knows exactly where it is. He's like, all right, they got a ward on the back side of the cliff there.
Yeah. Making good plays and not allowing them to split push these waves out. HFN actually just committing the Stormbolt and blowing up these Luna illusions, trying to keep these waves pushed in. It's a little bit difficult to do that when you're playing against a Luna who now has the Manta style, you're playing against an Ember Spirit who's able to zip across the map. He has a Maelstrom to make pushing easier. And of course, yeah, Broodmother. Not fun. Speaking of the Brood, I'm pretty sure... She haven't done yet? No, she doesn't. Has opted to ignore finishing up this pipe. Instead, has Mechanism is going for Guardian Greaves.
Interesting. I mean, like, maybe they're more worried about the just like the team in general, and not the Broodlings themselves.
Yeah, it could be that they're trying to deal with either the Viper or the Venomancer. You're able to dispel stacks of the poison attack. You're able to dispel the Venomous Gale. Get away from that stuff. You just pop that dispel. So it gives her a little bit more wiggle room for mistakes, or how far forward that she's able to push. Suddenly she doesn't have to worry about the Viper or the Venomancer initiating onto her. It gives her a lot more options. But they're not going to put too much concern on this Broodmother right now. Instead, they're in the bottom lane, trying to find this Luna. They clear out the illusion, try to slow down her farming a little bit, and potentially take this tower as well, where the Venomancer has set up camp.
Top lane, though, they're looking for the Kunkka. He pops the BKB. And we'll just TP out. The classic neph, the just TP out.
Not even my birthday.
I think people started doing this one a little bit more when that change happened. The 10-second to 5-second BKB to the 9 to 6. It doesn't feel as bad popping it to just use your TP. And everyone was kind of laughing at Nothing to Say during the major. He was doing it first. Any sign of danger when he was like playing Lina, he would just activate his BKB, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at this idiot! He's wasting his charges. His BKB's on cooldown." No, you're the idiot. He's not holding this thing. He's getting out of danger. He's not giving you the opportunity. Yeah,
that's
he's not dead.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like anytime I find a hero that I can build BKB on, we'll finish that thought in a moment. Is another snipe here onto the Hoodwink. Taste of her own medicine, drops a return fire arrow, but it's not going to be enough, obviously. As Elm will fall there to Matthew once again on this Mirana. He's got his number, man.
Yeah.
Did he spend all 3 leaps? He did. Okay, Sven is online, it would seem.
Sometimes you gotta go fast.
You're going fast, the tower bottom. It's health bar, or it's in trouble here. They're going to go ahead and pop the fortification. Try and keep this alive as long as possible, but Luna just now TPing back, as well as the Broodmother. Brood, not a great hero defending the base, honestly. I'll say that one. Lose a tier 3. They're looking for more Sven. Still just chopping away. God Strength has expired, but still has the BKB. Put that Stormhammer right onto the Broodmother. The Poison Nova comes out. The Torrents are there. They're just chain CCing him down. He's the fall Pandaboo. The only return, but it's just a support. They pop the Eclipse, but Dark Mago pops the BKB. HFN will just TP home. Dark Mago's got an Aegis. There's the X, the boat. He catches the Luna. No way he does it, neph. Unbelievable turnaround here by the Kunkkas. He's going to help set up a 3rd kill here onto this Undying, and even Analog. He's out of mana. Caught by the X, caught by the Torrents. They're just chasing him into the base. A great bushwhack there. In comes the Sharpshooter. Couple seconds down. Dark Mago super low. Still has the Aegis, though. They get a 4th kill. They're just taking the racks. Now Elm. It's a full man wipe. No ping. No chill.
Oh my, I thought no way they turned that one around, and I think NoPing was surprised they could do it too. Sven, he just left to push out the top lane. But they ran too far out of the base and turned that one around. I mean, you're playing against these super tanky heroes. This Kunkka's happy if you're committing on to him. He's got Vambrace, he's got Sanjiacha, he's got BKB, and he had Aegis as well. Even if he had gone down, I don't know how he'd get him the 2nd time there. And there it goes. Aegis is now expired. He was happy to take that fight. I mean,
dude. Sven's in the base, into the arrow. It's gonna connect. He doesn't even drop the tombstone. HFN finds another. The X into the boat. It's gonna connect onto the Broodmother here. Pops that Essence Ring. Gonna do as much as he can to stay alive. Guardian Creep's out as well, but the damage from HFN isn't gonna be enough. Too far into the base. He doesn't. He just jumps in even further. Why not?
NoPing, what are you doing? The tier 2 still up in the mid lane.
They caught Luna mid. Speaking of the mid lane, you lost everything here. Nice sharpshooter, another kill there. Elm returning the favor to this Mirana.
You know, at the start of that play, I was going to say, at the very least, they're not in their base. That tier 2 was still standing, but their NoPing are in your base, showing you why they were at the top of South America last season. They'd be angry that they got knocked out at the start of the major, but now coming back strong.
Yeah, I remember there was this really strange guy at the beginning of the game said that something around like Hokori's gonna come online in like 20-25 minutes. I don't know what that guy was talking about. Clearly irrational. But yeah, NoPing is just crushing this game. A 15k gold lead now.
Yeah, I don't know anybody like that. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I certainly would never talk to somebody who would have an opinion like that.
Nice scan here. It's gonna allow Elm to just go for the TP out. Does protect their creep wave though, as that may rotate up there to try and stomp that hoodwink. One last tower remains top to protect this last lane of barracks, or I mean to protect their lanes of barracks. They still got mid, but
yeah. Once that all tier 3 towers, all 3 racks are going to be exposed here. Oh, sorry, the last 2. Catapult making this one a little bit easier. They cleared that one out. MKB is now completed. You haven't even finished your butterfly yet. Sven is like a full item and a half ahead of this Luna.
Oh yeah, that is a 6k gold lead on the Sven to the Luna, and he's yeah, he's ready to go, man. This guy's a big chopper.
I think that last team fight really cost him. It looked like the Luna would have been able to take that. Everyone was terrified. I mean, I don't think they would have been able to fight into them without the God Strength. They didn't have it up. But they lost everything when they went too far onto that Kunkka.
The Moonlight, you know, HFN doesn't need help. Let the man do his thing. The Moonlight Shadow to the bottom lane. They clean up that Ember. Just a few auto attacks is all that's needed.
Showing off that fresh new MKB, taking it for a spin. They aren't going to have God's Strength for very long now. It's already at half its duration. They'll be able to push for a little bit with it, but they might be forced to take a fight when this Ember Spirit respawns without the God Strength. That's the time that Hokori's looking for. If they're able to recover this game, it'll be when that happens.
A little bit of harassment coming out onto the Luna. She does have the BKB, but still protected by her team for the time being. Nice bushwhack. I don't know how that one even connected, but they will at least be able to take down the tier 3. In comes the boat. They know this Kunkka is a pretty big threat, right? Just the amount that you can kind of bait these initiations.
Step lively now.
He's got not a care in the world. He is a very tanky boy. I think it was made even better by the fact that they worked his talents around. Now he is at 15. At his 15, he's got plus 16 strength. He's got an assault cross, extra magic resist from his Vambrace, more strength from that one. Status resist from his Sanjin Yasha. BKB is online. He's had that for a very long time now. I think that was a correct decision, switching from the Heaven's Halberd to that BKB after they lost that initial team fight, and he's been doing great since.
This is a bold play here from Hokori coming this far outside of the base, but they get the high ground tombstone. A 2-man bushwhack as well. It's going to be enough. HFN gets the BKB off just in time. Sharpshooter's not going to connect. The 2 cores able to back out. Pandaboo not going to be as lucky, though. Is it going to be the only one to fall, though? Oscar continuing their retreat, but the slight chains on over. They get themselves to some signs of life here from Hokori.
Yeah. At the very least, it is going to push them back into the base, having dropped that that ultimate there on the Venomancer before he went down. So some signs of life, yes. And that was their opportunity to make that play, right? They'd use the God Strength to get that solo kill off the Ember Spirit.
Speaking of God Strength, he finds Vitali. The arrow comes out as well. They can't keep getting away with this, Nev. Anytime you leave this base, you are just susceptible to this Sven.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to play around that God Strength, but it's back up after that. That was their only opportunity to make a play. They almost got this Sven, but you know, sometimes you manage to get yourself Sanjin Yasha, sometimes you get the Titan Sliver, and it becomes impossible to lock a hero down with that kind of status resist.
Yeah, man's about to be level 25. All you need is Hoodwink to get level 25, right? Just get level 25 for the Pierce Spell, immunity, and pure damage, right? It's just that simple.
Yeah, just get 25. Where are those bootstraps? Just win. It's that easy.
Someone just give Elm a call here.
I'll let you know. I'll let him know that you're available for coaching, man.
Yeah.
No worries. I got you. But playing a little bit slower now. God's strength is on cooldown. He might want to get his 25. Might want to finish up. What is this he's working on now? Satanic. Overwhelming blink.
Step lively now.
He's got the Reaver queued up and something flying towards him. Satanic.
Probably Satanic, right? It's just too good. Kunkka didn't pick up a Chrysalis, and he also has the Orb of Destruction on his way out, going for the Daedalus. Moonlight Shadow is there. Elm's going to be able to get caught by it, and Matthew just trying to zone them out. Nice Searing Chains. Can they actually do anything about this, though? They just de-ward them and walk back into the Roach Pit as Sven. He's just cleaning it up. Will they be able to stop it? Oh my lord, he cleaved him off a zombie, Nev.
This guy's good. And there it is. Sven, just a quarter of a way to level 25. Satanic, Aegis available. BKB is inside his backpack. They're ready to close this game out.
Who got the shard? Oh, it's on Kunkka. Oh, you got Tidal Wave now to deal with? Okay, that's a problem. This ability is such a nuisance. DD still on Dark Mago. Jump in the back line here. Ember, he's just going to try and cut the wave here and stall this out, but I don't think it's going to matter. You've lost the top lane of Barracks. Dark Mago chopping down mid so dang fast with the Solar Crest and the rest of that DD rune. Luna busy farming. Like, I need to get an item, guys. Give me a moment. Mega's secured here for NoPing. What do you do?
Try. This is fairly desperate, though. The Luna.
Oh, how'd she get over there? That is not where you want to be. She's gonna be able to get the BKB off. She does try to walk away. Spider Legs giving her the space. She does have the Aghanim Scepter. It's a big item and a lot of damage, but is it even gonna matter? The Orbital Cannon comes out, but they just walk away, Nev. Even the Viper survives, and in comes HFN. Just chops right through him. Two go down. The great Tidal Wave pulling Vitali back into vision. The X and the Torrent to follow. They lose three. The buyback on the Undying. Good three-man bushwhack, but there's no damage, right? They got nothing left. You got no remnants on your Ember. HFN just fountain farming the enemy team here, but is he gonna die to this? He does. The Aegis. The GG comes out though, and NoPing have taken game one here in this best of three.
Almost a 32-minute game, 26k net worth advantage. Very rough game. I think they just couldn't come online with the Broodmother fast enough. I mean, it was a great idea, but you're playing against Sven, you're playing against Kunkka, and we got a Spirit Hero somewhere. Your Undying didn't make enough happen in the early game. You had no way to fight them after this game actually had gotten started past this laning phase. You didn't win your lanes hard enough, I feel. And yes, there were moments of brilliance. I really like that bushwhack out of the hoodwink back when they tried to jump into that triangle there, but they couldn't take enough off of that. I feel like this Kunkka was way too big of a problem. He didn't die a single time this game.
No.
They just didn't have enough damage to bring him down.
Yeah, never. And HFN only had his one death too. So I mean, these two guys absolutely crushed it here in this game. Like, this was a phenomenal performance from both of them.
Oh, congratulations to NoPing again, showing everybody why they were the top of South America last time. I was a little bit hesitant to believe in them after the knockout by Quincy Crew and Evil Geniuses, but not such a shame getting knocked out by the team that came in second place in the last two majors.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's looking good here for NoPing. We'll be going to a short break here as we come back for game two here in this best of three. Again, this is the lower bracket round two, an elimination series for the rest of the day here. We'll be back. We'll see y'all in just a little bit.